Hello guys, it is Neo back again with another video. It wasn't that long ago that I did, only 2 days ago actually, that I think it was 2 days or 3 days ago actually, it might be. Yeah, probably 3 days ago that I posted my last video. But today I am back because, like I said in my last video, into Glass reviews? No, I'm going to watch that later. We're going to react. There you go. So, I went to see Glass. Oh my god. What a fucking film. Literally, wow. I am a big fan of M. Night Shyamalan's work. I loved The Visit. I watched The Sixth Sense. It's not my favourite, but it is a good film. It is a very good film, The Sixth Sense. Not my favourite though, because it's not really my type of film. But it does have a good twist. That's what he's well known for, twist with M. Night Shyamalan, and that is what Glass is full of. So, what will be happening is I will be breaking down Glass, explaining things, giving my own theories, and my personal review on the film. So, without further ado, and major spoilers. There will be spoilers, there'll be something appearing here telling you. If you haven't seen the film, I suggest you pause the video, put it in your saved videos, go watch the film, come back, and then we will continue this. But without further ado, let's begin this. Now, Glass is the third film in M. Night Shyamalan's superhero series. It's a very grounded superhero series, not something like flying people shooting lasers out their eyes. No, this is something that makes you think this could actually happen. So as we all know, Elijah has spent 18 years at this point, because it came out this year. Well, yeah, pretty much. No, 19 years. Yeah, he spent 19 years in an institution for the criminally insane. David has been using his skills as a superhero, being unbreakable. He can't be hurt at all. However, he does have a weakness to water, which I will do a major breakdown. I'm really summing it up very quickly because I need to get onto the review. I'm on the review now. David has been using his powers of some sort to fight crime and is now drawn attention from the police. They are calling him the Overseer. And the Beast, the Overseer, has been searching for the Horde. And the Beast and everything, he's been doing what he did the first time, finding impure people and eating them. Eating them. So then, but one day, while David's on a walk, his son now knows about this. He found out at the end of the first film. So his son helps him with these. While on a walk, one day, David bumps into Hedwig, one of the personalities, and gets a vision of what has happened. So he follows him. So when he comes into the Beast, by the time the Beast gets back, David has released the girls that he has kidnapped and is about to let them go. But those two clash, they get into a fight, and the fight is drawn short when Dr. Ellie Staple and a group of federal officers stop this, and they are weirdly prepared. They're already very prepared for this. They have a light for some that when it flashes, it draws out a different personality for Kevin. Kevin is the host, the main body. His mind has just been split into many different personalities. Kevin has been put away from control of his body for quite some time now. But they take them both in without even a fair trial. They do not even give them a trial. They just take them into the same mental institution that Elijah, Mr. Glass, is in. And while there, Dr. Ellie Staple has been she wants to try and convince them that they are not, in fact, superhuman. That this is just a delusion, all in their head. And she almost nearly convinces them. She gets them all in a room, and what gets me is if she wants to convince them that they're not superhuman, why did they go through the trouble of tying down David Dunn to a metal plate on the floor with chains if they didn't fear him? If they didn't fear what he could do? So that's just what I'm saying. She almost succeeds in convincing Kevin, or Patricia at this point, because she was the one who was out, that the Beast is just not real and cannot do any of these incredible things. She almost convinces David, because she says, all of these things you're telling me could have been caused by the train accident all those years ago, because he was the only survivor. She shows him, which I suspect, a fake sonogram, or whatever it is when you scan the brain. A little red part in the brain was showing up on the scan, which convinces him that he may just be suffering from delusional problems after the train accident. Mr. Glass at this point so far has been catatonic, completely catatonic. So far we know. But then he meets up with Patricia, actually talks, convinces them to team up. He meets the Beast, and that's where he goes, that sounds like the bad guys teaming up. They break out, and I will put links to the clips, or you could just search them, but I'll put them in the description because I'm nice. So, after that, we don't get as far as as far away from the asylum, because the Beast and David can collide again and fight outside for the second time. This fight goes on much longer now, and they are no longer convinced that they are not superhuman. David knows what he can do, the Beast knows what he can do, Mr. Glass knows what he can do. His mind is one of the most brilliant minds ever. The only letdown is his osteogenesis imperfecta, which causes him to be very weak sometimes, but his mind makes him strong. So, one of the twists is that Kevin, when he was a little boy, his dad went away on a train, left him with his abusive mother, who abused him so much that it caused his mind to split so much that it split into 23 personalities. What is revealed to us is the fact that the train that his father left on was East Rail Train 177. The train that crashed and David was the only survivor of, which Elijah caused. So in a way, if Elijah didn't interfere, Kevin's father would still be alive and he would not have created the Beast. David's son is the one who tells the Beast this, and Elijah tries to convince the Beast that I did this so that the impure could be protected and fought for. He says, you are like amazing or something, and you need to be out protecting those. And he goes, I thank you for creating me, but I cannot trust you around Kevin. And because of his weak bones, the Beast crushes him, his shoulder, and punches him, and basically Elijah dies from his wounds. The Beast throws David into a water tank, which is his weakness, water, which weakens him down very much. This weakens him down so much. But Casey, who has been coming in, goes up to the Beast, holds his hand, and because she's pure, he refuses to strike her, but tells her to let go. But she doesn't. She pulls him in for a hug, and this brings Kevin back. This brings Kevin back to the light. And while this is all happening, Dr. Ellie Staple, who's tried so hard to keep these contained, calls in reinforcements. We all thought she wanted to get them back in just so she can cure them, but that wasn't the case. As soon as this happens, as soon as Kevin comes back, he is shot with a sniper and dies because his skin is no longer bulletproof due to the beast being suppressed. David, on the other hand, who has tried his best to fight his weakness off, is being drowned by one of the officers in a little pool of water. Dr. Staple says, "Take my hand." He takes her hand and sees visions that she has been part of a group that has been terminating people with superhuman abilities like David, Elijah, and the Beast. She says, "We've done this because it is not fair to other ordinary humans. When one superhuman shows up, their exact opposite shows up as well, and then so on and so forth. We are not meant to have this much power," she says. "It's worked this way for thousands of years, and it will continue to work long after yous are gone." Something like that, anyway. So, their symbol is represented as a black tattoo on their wrist as a 3-leaf clover. So this is a secret society which it proves Mr. Glass right. The comics are a way of passing on history. They've just been exaggerated. So this means that superhumans do exist. Well, in that universe, obviously, they do exist, but they've been getting killed off, and obviously someone is just passing on their history. So, unfortunately, all 3 characters are killed. David, Kevin, and Elijah. They all die. Dr. Staple and her team erase all security footage. Supposedly. They erase all security footage and tell everyone to keep it on the hush down. David's son, Joseph. His son Joseph, Casey, and Elijah's mother, Mrs. Price, that's all we know her as for now. They're all distraught, very distraught. Elijah had a plan all along. He said his plan was to go and unveil them at the unveiling of the building. This was never his intention. What he had done was record and download all security footage that had been happening up to that point and sent it off to the 3 people, Joseph, Casey, and his mum. So then Dr. Staple, before she finds this out, she thinks everything's safe, but while in a comic book store, hears 2 nerds talking and says, "See, that's why he's a mastermind." They're talking about someone in a comic. That's why he's a mastermind. That was never his plan in the first place. There's always a bigger plan than anyone ever thinks. This makes her think, and she goes, "Oh shit." Goes back to the asylum. See, was all the security footage deleted? Yes, ma'am, everything was deleted. Was anything downloaded before it was deleted? And he goes, "How is this possible?" And then he goes, "It's been sent off, I can't get it back." And she just goes, "What have you done, Elijah?" So she goes out, we actually see her walk out into the corridor and go, "Ah!" Everything she's worked so hard to do has been broken down. Elijah has sent these videos out to everyone, all over the world. So now, what he wanted to do was, he wanted people with superhuman abilities to come out and reveal themselves, because they shouldn't be hiding in the shadows just because of what they are. He wanted them to come out and be part of the world, something better than the world. Now, my personal views on the film now. I loved Glass. I don't see why it got loads of stick. I actually loved the film. I've checked on IMDb for the ratings. 7.3 for Unbreakable. Well, 7.3 out of 10 for Unbreakable and Split. Glass is, well, granted it's only 1 point higher, it's 7.4 out of 10, but that still means it's better than Unbreakable and Glass, Unbreakable and Split. I loved this film. I thought it was a brilliant film. I'm mixed emotions about the ending. I didn't like to see the 3 main characters die. I'd love to see this universe continued on. I think it's one of the best superhero movies today because it makes you think and feel, could this actually happen? It does make you think, I am so sorry. It makes you think, could these characters actually exist in the real world? Which is what I love so much about this film series. It's a more realistic depiction of the comic book world today, without people flying, shooting lasers, or anything. So yeah, I would give Glass definitely, I'm gonna say a 9 out of 10 because again the ending, I'm mixed emotions on the ending. Maybe over time that will change because there are some people who think it ended brilliantly, that was a great way to end the series off. But maybe it's just because I have an emotional bond with these characters, because that's a whole different story. I'll get into that some other time. But I just didn't like to see these characters go. I didn't think that they had to go. But obviously it's up to the director, M. Night Shyamalan. I thought he did a brilliant job. I love his work, again at the end of the day, but my favourite work of his has got to be the Unbreakable series. It is absolutely amazing, in my opinion. So, I am going to end the video here, guys. So, yeah, I hope you all like this video, guys, and please let me know in the comments down below what you would like me to do a video on next. I am working on doing a Q&A soon. Leave questions down below if you want. I doubt it because I never get that many views anyway. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.